It really sank in at that point that everything was ruined, that it was destroyed. When you actually are there looking at it and looking at your belongings all over the ground, you just cry. I mean, that's what it comes down to. It was almost like a war zone. Destruction everywhere. I've never been through anything like that before.
Tonight, breaking news as we come on the air. Hurricane Harvey just hours from landfall. At this speed, the strongest hurricane to hit the U.S. in more than a decade.
Does it make you nervous seeing what's going on outside your window?
Yeah, very nervous.
And what about your home?
We actually live in an RV, so we unfortunately had to leave it on the island. So we're pretty worried that we won't have a home to go back to. I was 9 months pregnant and I had a cerclage in my cervix. And so if I was to go into active labor, it would have ripped through my cervix and I could have bled out or lost the baby. So the doctors told me to travel as far as I needed to feel safe, but try to stay close. We've lived in Texas all of our lives. Fort Day was always our vacation home, and so it had always been our dream to move down here one day, and we finally were able to do that. We had just moved to Port Aransas, so we were still getting settled in the area. Annabella had just started kindergarten on the island. Elizabeth, she'll be 2 in February. She's a ham, such a goofy kid. We were really happy with the area and all our neighbors. We were very happy and comfortable in our new home.
It's like the same red car. Yeah, they're crazy, huh? You're being out there in the storm.
Let's talk a little bit about what's happening right now, which is this storm surge, this wall of water hitting the coast right now. Hurricane Harvey making landfall, the massive Category 4 storm tearing into Texas, bringing with it 130-mile-an-hour winds.
It is the strongest storm to hit the United States in 12 years.
16 inches of rain.
Catastrophic and life-threatening flooding to come.
We're totally down on all communications.
A significant portion of Corpus Christi is without power.
Texas officials with a dire warning, telling people who decided to ride out the storm to write their names and social security numbers on their arms should they need to be identified.
As the storm moved through, it sounded like there was a train going through our balcony. We got close to putting a mattress up. It was intense. I don't think many of us got much sleep that night. People that stayed, that didn't leave the island, were saying that it was destroyed.
The anticipation of not knowing is what was getting to us.
It's everything.
We're running red lights, man. How far away is the RV from where we're staying at the hotel? It's about 30-minute drive time. I'm hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. I just hope that if it is the worst, we can at least still get some of our stuff that I didn't think to pack or we didn't have room to pack. Of course, all the kids' stuff is my main concern. Just because it's already going to be hard enough to start over with a home. I don't really want to have to replace everything that they care about too. I mean, I know that the material things are replaceable, and I'm thankful that us and our family are okay, but it's just stressful.
How we doing, sir? I'm trying to check on our home.
We got an active search and rescue going on right now.
Okay.
So no one's allowed in until after we get that taken care of. We got about a list of 100 people that
still missing.
We're still trying to find. Once we find them, they're going to try to get people in here that have properties, stuff like that.
It's not good. I mean, that's a lot of people that stayed when they knew it was coming.
I'm just worried about all the people they're looking for. I mean, like I said, our belongings can wait or be replaced. The people's lives can't.
It was emotional for the kids.
She didn't understand why we couldn't go to our house. It was heartbreaking seeing her upset, and that I didn't know how to explain to her why we couldn't go in there. There was nothing I could do to make her feel better. And so we had to turn around and wait. That was hard. We still had hope, but it definitely got knocked down from what we had.
This was an RV park. That storm lifting up these mobile homes, rattling them, gutting them, slamming them back down on top of each other. And in the debris here, we find things like a family Bible, barbecue sauce, a microwave, all dumped on each other. Now, the mayor of this community says that there is 100% damage here, and some of the things you see here make your brain skip a beat. A boat in the middle of the road, the contents of this house also absolutely gutted. And it's like this up and down for so many of these coastal communities here.
Right now we don't know where we'll be going after we have the baby, after we get out of the hospital. I'm excited that she's finally going to be here. I'm excited to see her and get to hold her, but at the same time it's a very overwhelming feeling knowing that I don't have a home to take her to, and that her big sisters are without a place to stay right now too. So. We got to the hospital, we filled out the paperwork. It was an emotional, sleepy, excited, kind of just zombified going to the hospital.
All right, let's go have a baby.
And at 8:11 a.m. we had Laura Lynn. Relief. She's here, she's healthy.
10 fingers, 10 toes.
Our family's complete.
I stared at her and just thanked God that she was okay. Because I know her mother was under a lot of stress the week before she was born, so I was very thankful. She was just very beautiful, perfect. Just amazing little baby, just precious. Light at the end of the tunnel for us. It was just the happiness we needed after the down that we had for the week before. She was a blessing. We're headed
decided to go see our property to assess the damages and to see everything.
Look, I found Bella's dress that she wore to school. I bet if we washed it, it'll... Yep. So we're saving that for sure. I bet you when we wash it, it'll all come out and it'll be fine.
I mean, that was the first residence that I ever owned outright. It was a lot of hard work to get there and a lot of time.
All sides are just demolished. There's no fixing it, it's history. It's goner. I mean, everything is. I found Bella's first outfit to school. They're bringing it back with us. I'm gonna gather some more stuff and I'm gonna head back. I don't want to be here. All right. I love you too. Bye.
I mean, I was worried that what we were going to do, where we were going to take the kids after we got out of the hotel that we were staying in. We always knew we would still have a future, we just didn't know where that future would be.
When we heard the story on ABC, we just I blurted it out, I think. I just said, well, why don't we just give them it? Yeah. Give them the tiny house.
The house.
Nelson Builders is a renovation and new build for residential homes. We've kind of dabbled with tiny homes.
It was literally sitting here in our driveway, and we're like, we have it, it's here. These people don't have a home. Make it go to good use instead of it just sitting waiting for someone to buy it.
It's got all the things that a family needs, obviously.
I remember when we were in the hospital having Aspen and not having anything to worry about. And we literally said, well, I don't know what we would do if that was us. So that was when I just kind of got online and was like, well, I guess we'll figure this out. And that's when we reached out to you, and thank goodness for Google, and kind of snowballed from there.
At that moment, we didn't know that it was going to happen, but it definitely brought back a lot of hope for us.
I said, let's get it down there, thinking it was a one-day trip or maybe two, but with a tiny house of that size, you know, it was a journey.
At that point's when it really sank in for me, and it was like, holy moly, it's real.
We're very grateful and blessed. We're beyond blessed.
Thank you and thank you and thank you. There's not.
It means more to us than we can say in words.
Lola, it's a good morning.
Being a stay-at-home mom is my job, so I guess I had my office back.
I don't think
your chips and your fruit snacks are in the bottom.
Hey, girl.
It's definitely happier times for us now.
Hey.
What? FYI, we can only go up from here.
Bye. And this is the dress all cleaned, and it's wrinkly, but it's cleaned.
We took it through a washing machine twice, double soap on the second load. It was a little challenge.
I'm glad he saved it.
fudge.
I remember one of the days picking Bella up from school, and she came in and put her backpack down and said, it's finally starting to feel like home. And that's when I knew we would be okay.
I'd say we've learned a lot about us as a family.
What we can handle and what we can't.
Hold on.
Say trick or treat! Trick or treat! Put your basket down, Bella, quit moving. Hey, look at Mommy! Izzy. Say cheese!
We're a lot stronger than we thought we were. We made it through that. I think we can make it through anything.
Say trick or treat!
Our family definitely came out stronger. Me and Willie came out stronger as a couple. I came out stronger as a person. It definitely showed that there are still great people in this world. That people still do care about other people.